Here we are on the next instalment of a carbon baits video. You join me today at the Monument Complex. We're on M1. We put pegs 12 and 14. And also, by the looks of things, up the lovely weather. It's windy, it's cold, it's February. We're going to show you how we're approaching this awesome venue today. Just got the bivvy up. First things first today, the weather's atrocious. Got Storm Dudley coming in, so we thought get comfortable, keep warm. You know, on these winter sessions it's a necessity to keep warm and you'll fish better. It's simple as that. So the second thing what we're going to do now is we're going to look at our approach. Today we're just going to put little small mesh bags of maggots out, drugged in hydro, and just to see how they react, and we can alter it as we go on. Well, guys, that was encouraging. I expected totally nothing today from this session. I just had a massive drop back, hit into it, nothing there, but really good signs, and I think hopefully we'll get them back out there, and hopefully we'll nab one. Well, that was a mad 5-minute spell. Had Storm come through, Storm Dudley, start of that, got blown from high heaven, and basically the right hand rod ripped off. Our first fish of the session, a lovely 21 pounder. Here we are, first one of the session, Monument 1. I'm sure there's plenty more to come. Right, it's a couple of hours after we've had the fish. I'm not feeling it now really. I haven't seen nothing. We did see one shortly before we had the fish, and we had a board to take, but all the action's stopped now. So we're going to try and entice them into a bit of feeding. So I want to just show you a little bit of a mix what's done me okay here in the past. So I'm just going to incorporate a little bit of them into the mix. So just a couple of handfuls. I'm only doing a small amount this time, because I don't really want to overfeed them. So there's a couple of handfuls of them, then a couple of handfuls of maggots, then I'm going to do a stick and zig mix. What for me this will do is cloud up the water when I'm spodding, so hopefully that'll, any one in the upper layers will entice them to feed. So I'll just gently mix that all together, and what I'll do is just add a little bit of liquid liver to it. Make it, what that'll do, it'll give a bit of moisture, and it'll bind the zig mix together, and we'll come up with this little bit of slop. Don't want much, like I say, It's February, they're not feeding hard, so you don't need much. And all that it consists of that. In the zig mix, there's 7 or 8 different ingredients in there. Some ground maize, some flake maize, some ground hemp, little bits of hemp. So it's all in there, enough to entice a bite. And here's my rigger choice today. £15 fluorocarbon uplink, tungsten sleeve, two kickers and a D-rig kicker.
What's occurring then, Luke?
Well, I think we call it a day. Storm Dudley is coming in thick and fast. I think use our reds for a change. Not often coming from me to use, so we're going to go home, get warm, come back in the morning and reassess the situation.
With the weather taking a turn for the worst and gust up to 80 miles an hour, we decided to call it a day and reschedule for a later date.
Back on Monument, part 2. We come about a month ago now. How drastically the weather's changed. We was in the middle of Storm Dudley and another random storm. But today we've got this big bright yellow thing in the sky, which is going to make things a little bit tricky. This place, obviously, you've got to stick by the rules. Perfect for zigs, but no zigs allowed on here. So a little approach, little and often, bags of house pellet, little wafters on the up, and see how we go. So another rule change since we last come is that no use of maggots on the complex. So where we used little mesh bags of maggots, we just swap that this time for little mesh bags of pellet and a load of liquids. Nothing's going to change really about our approach apart from the maggots, where we're just going to fish little fluorocarbon uplinks, little yellow and a red wafter of my chosen choice. Then we're just basically going to pop them around with little mesh bags and try and pick up the odd bite. We'll assess the situation throughout our time here. If we feel the opportunity comes where we can put some bait in, we'll spot a couple of spots. Another approach what we're going to do is where we're going to put the rods. Peg 12's a bit familiar to me. I've always caught them about 15 rod lengths out in this peg. But speaking to a couple of friends, regulars who are fishing more than me these days, they're in the centre of the lake. So I've just gone off centre, which is about 17 rod lengths, and I bought the other one at 16 and a half, just to see if they're a little bit shorter in centre. But we've got a nice margin free down here. We keep an eye on that throughout the day. And that's it really. That's how we're going to approach the session. Right guys, it's 12 o'clock on the first day. Just feeling a little bit emptying. I've got a couple of nice PVA bags tied up, so I'm going to go to this peg next door and see if we can wangle one out of there. It's just reeling now. Got a feeling I might be moving away from the big ones, but at the end of the day, we're here to catch fish, and I've just got my experience with venue is they're just not here. No liners, no nothing so far, so I'm just going to have a rechuck up next door, like I just said, and hopefully wangle one out. Well, in true fashion, cameraman's gone to the toilet and I put one of the rods. We're about to land our first fish of the session. So after a quick move, I've had this lovely little stocky. Conditions have been really tough again. Every time we seem to film, we're up against it at the moment. Riviera in the winter. Last session here, Storm Dudley, -4 this morning. So I've had to work for this one. A quick move, happy days. One thing we've been using over these last couple of sessions I've on this scope inside record, full of amino acids, carbohydrates and sugars. Absolutely wonderful for me, my fishing. It's changed it so much. I know Alex speaks very highly of it. Something we've been working on for the last 12 months, say, since its release. Like to do things different, add our own flavours to things. This one's been a pure winner. You can coat your boilies in it, dip them in your maggots like we did on the last session. Today I've just put meat in a spod mix and cast out. It's pure corn, so it's so different to what's out there. One thing we are going to do shortly at Carbon is a fully loaded range, which means this and other hydros are going to be soaking into certain mixes, so you're ready to take away a pre-done mix, already soaked in, taking away the hassle of preparing yourselves and buying all the hydros. Of the session, the move was right. We've seen another one show shortly before it rattled off. It's a little bag of mesh pellets cast towards the area where we had the other one from, so pretty simple fishing. We are going to put some bait in tonight, try and encourage the bigger ones to feed, so we'll keep you posted on that one. But what a beauty. Right, so I'll run you through the rig of choice on today's session. A real simple rig I use, a lovely fox feeding curve up with a kick up. Love to keep it simple on any type of fishing I'm doing. There's no need to confuse yourself. Right, it's coming to the end of the play on the first day. Yeah, a couple of stockies for our efforts. Moved once early on and nabbed one, then moved once again and nabbed another. So, you know, got to work hard for these fish. But the big girls just don't seem to be playing. Whether air temperatures warmer, but the air pressure's very, very high this time of year. You imagine it's coming out of the winter, cold nights, so that's not helping. But hopefully, you never know, the night might do us a few bites. So yeah, just last finger just before dark. And I know previously on this venue I've had a few fish on the zigs, so not been able to use zigs. I want to try and get them down in the layers, so just made using our stick and zig mix, really cloudy, just hoping to pull them down a bit with a bit of extra bait and see if we can instigate a bite. I know it's a long shot, but nothing ventured, nothing gained.
So really it's minimum feed but maximum attraction.
Yeah, minimum feed. You know, we're obviously not feeding that much at the moment, the big girls especially, so early evening, 8 o'clock-ish, and yeah, seems like I'm on the stockies though. I think seems like another small fish, but bite's a bite, topped it up. Oh, there's a lot of spod mix, about 7 spods now, over this spot, so they are eating, so hopefully we can get through the little ones and the big ones coming through.
But a fish is a fish at this time of year, isn't it?
This time of year, yeah, of course it is. You got him? Yeah. Not good, is it, a reed?
No.
Well, this one rudely interrupted me this evening. A lovely way to end a good day. £23. This one sure will be a big fish in the future.
Proper football.
Oh, that was nice. Well, morning's here. Had a one in the night, really cold night, so it's been quiet this morning. We've got the next 20-30 minutes, we're starting to pack up now. The session's been really good, but as you can see behind me, the fog's setting now. There's no point recasting now, so we're busy people. We've got to go and get all the cooks on for over the weekend. Got a few customers come in, so yeah, that's it. Been a really nice session. Caught caught 3 fish, so got to be pleased with that on a cold wind. So yeah, really enjoyed it. Difference for me this session from last session, I put a spotted late yesterday afternoon and I had one on it straight away. So come to these venues with an open mind. Yes, listen to the locals who fish here every week, but ultimately fish it the way you feel comfortable. I've always done well on this venue spotting. I'll always come to this venue spotting. Could I had more fish yesterday if I spotted? Kind of think so. So do your own thing. Use a bait you're comfortable with, and you'll catch all the time on these venues. Again, we'd like to say thank you to RH, Harry and Rob and Bob for having us. Fantastic venue. We've got lots and lots of work going on in the background, if you can hear. They're doing a nice bait factory. The bait is really good. Obviously it's our particle on the venue, so that's a bonus for us, but a bonus for you as well, for the stock quality. So, you know, come with this venue with confidence. Everything you're going to be using on this venue is top quality, just like the venue. So that's us for today. Like and subscribe our YouTube channel. We'll try and keep on giving you more. Hopefully I'm getting better for the camera for you guys, so you can understand my yam accent. So, thank you very much. Like, subscribe, and thank you very much.